Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Lines Forever. Here again with Keezer to cast another game with Maitz playing Cybern again. I guess he's going only Cybern, and this time he's against ThomasHiatt playing Aeon. Hi Keezer.
Hello everyone.
So this is not one of Keezer's favorite maps. He
Definitely not.
no, too much APM required in this map. You need some chill 10x10, don't you, Keezer?
Yeah, I prefer something like more basic. Few armies to handle, and
Yeah,
maybe
let's.
a bit micro intensive and less macro, like
Yeah,
more
exactly.
heavy focus on the unit management and army management. So,
Exactly, the
but it's still
micro.
okay.
Yeah, so you got all this mass in mid, and usually on settings, if you're playing the team game version, well, team game, if you're playing 4v4, it's the same map. You build one factory and then you instantly walk to mid with your ACU. So you don't want to do that in 1v1, because you will have absolutely no base and you won't be able to use the mass as you reclaim it anyway. Probably just die to T1 stuff in mid if you instantly walk. So I
Yeah,
guess you build like two factories probably, and then walk. ThomasHiatt has three factories queued. One of them being an air factory. So
yeah. I think Air Factory is not too bad. Remember some bomber being quite annoying on this map when I played it like a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, I have no build order for this one in my mind, and it's not really easy to know if you want to send an engineer or if you want to wait a little bit and to send the commander or just do some raiding with the labs, or I don't know. It's like kind of a hard map to read, to be honest. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, let's see how they play it out.
yeah, it's definitely hard to know. I think first NG to mid would be fine, and labs definitely going to be good to deny enemy engineers who are trying to reclaim and protect your own. I probably wouldn't even. I can see Thomas building a mexes on the way to mid. I'd probably just go to the reclaim with the engineer. I think you definitely want to get like two or three factories, and then you should be walking to mid to try secure the reclaim pretty quick. Like Maitz has a lot of air factories queued up. He has two around the hydro. He's building one right now. Also, you don't want to like instantly rush a transport on settings. You kind of want to use your walk with your engineers to all the expansions, and then use the transport to kind of fill the gaps. You know, if a bomber raids something, then you drop there and drop the back spot, drop an island, stuff like that. But
Hmm.
a lot of expansion, you want to actually just walk engineers.
Yeah, I
Uh,
guess just yeah, you can just spam some bombers and you just put them. Yeah, you just put them in the expansion, and you don't even need to micro. Like they can even kill a drop or on just an engineer expanding. So
yeah,
like there is some trick to do like really big damage without having a lot of APM to spend on it, and this is one of them. Um,
yeah, definitely.
but yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
like
Yeah, go on.
yeah, like on this map, like I don't know what's the timing to expand. I would still send my engineer pretty early to expand because it's quite big man. But still I know that I need to drop, and it's really difficult to figure out how to play it, especially like when are you going to go for the navy? Like important to get the navy because he has when you have really big advantage when you have the at least both navy and you can like really bombard your opponent, but sometimes it's quite a big investment in the early game.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think how to do navy on this map. I think you want to get one, have a naval factory pretty quick. Like I don't know, definitely before 10 minutes, you need some T1 navy around. And basically, I would just make one factory in each ocean, and you just have to be scouting and stuff and just assist that one factory so you get the naval units out a bit faster and then scale up depending on what your opponent's doing. Because even with just some frigs, you can sort of deny them and then scale up your production while you deny them, and then actually win the navy pretty like cheaply and stuff. So I wouldn't go spamming tons of factories like early on and because you're gonna die in mid probably to all the land spam. I think
Yeah, it's true.
proxy bases on settings are pretty dirty, hard to deal with.
I
Like,
need to start it, yeah. So when it started, it can be really annoying to deal with.
mm, just have to be careful you
There
don't
is,
die,
yeah,
obviously.
there is one thing that I think could be nice on this one is like sending an attack move engineer in the water, so you can grab all the destroyer without having to defend the engineer early
Yeah,
on. So
definitely.
that's nice, but maybe, I mean, maybe on this one, on this map, Aurora can be quite nice. Like, you can position your Auroras on the water and kind of like outrange the Mantis in the middle.
Yep.
So maybe you can secure the reclaim, not, I mean, in a way that you don't really have to spend too much on the land unit. I don't know, like,
Yeah,
could be.
definitely. I agree. Aurora really nice in mid, and it's like shooting at the ACU while he's reclaiming from out of his range and stuff. And yeah, I have seen in sentence team games people using that attack move thing where the NG is in the water and grabbing the Destros. That's a pretty nice trick. So the expansion looks kind of similar for both of them. Thomas has a land factory in his rock so that he doesn't just get bombed and get denied 10 mexes or whatever, which is important. You need to get factories up in your expansion so they're more secure. What time are we at? Because Thomas is taking a lot of damage here in mid right now.
5 seconds.
Alright, about the same. Thomas taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think that's quite bad for Thomas. I mean, Maitz lost quite some unit, but the health, I mean, you need to think about the health on your ACU like kind of a resource.
Yes.
You have some base HP and you need to keep it as high as possible, because at some point you will really need your ACU to deal with some stuff. And I mean, when you have your ACU too low on HP and you can't really use it in fight, and your opponent is using his ACU plus his army, it's really bad for you.
Yeah.
So I mean, losing this amount of health, it's still okay. Like, he lost 4k, it's not too bad, but he really needs to be careful, because afterwards he won't be able to use his commander for quite a long time.
Yeah, definitely, and it also changes your gameplay when you have less HP. Like, if you're low and you really want to be, well, you just avoid using your ACU a lot, and the other player can kind of just say, okay, I'm gonna farm some tanks right now, take some damage, but get some vet and stuff. So it sort of compounds if you let your ACU lose a lot of HP. It makes it even more difficult to get more HP back because you don't want to fight and get vet. Expansion wise, it looks kind of faster well, it's actually kind of similar between both players. Maybe a bit faster for Thomas, but nobody's dropped yet. I think definitely people should have transports by now and be dropping. It's about the time you should have it, or even
Yeah,
even a bit sooner.
Quite a mistake from them, but yeah, I mean, Maitz does have transport now, but it's quite like you need to micro the transport at the same time of microing the battle in the middle. So it's not really easy for everyone. I know that maybe I won't go for transport because I'm just don't have the APM for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really like what Maze Noob is doing. He has been using quite a lot of bombers and killed quite a lot of auroras, to be honest. He's abusing the fact that he won the airfight quite easily, and yeah, maybe the transition from Mace Noob now could be nice. Um,
Yeah, it looks like he's just started Tech 2 land, which
they didn't
is,
reclaim everything in the in the middle yet, so that's
yeah, there's
surprising.
still a destroyer wreck, lots of T3 wrecks and T2 wrecks. It is pretty surprising, and there's a lot of units around now for Thomas, and it's really bad that he hasn't mixed in just a couple of mobile anti-airs so that these bombers at least only get one pass. Like, if you just have 2 or 3 of those in your army, then the bombers die after one pass every time. See Maitz now using the transport, dropping the island.
Yes, and Might's really his expansion is really way better now than ThomasHiatt. He's taking the back now and nearly took everything. I think he's doing better overall.
Yeah.
And now we can see some navy fight happening. ThomasHiatt is even investing a little bit more into the navy.
Yeah, Maitz just has like one factory in each. He's now, well, he's adding more in the south and in the north now, but he just had one initially just to try and avoid just getting denied by some naval production that he hasn't seen. Because if you get denied navy, it can, well, I mean, the mid base is obviously really vulnerable, and a lot of mexes are really vulnerable to a navy loss. The later the game goes on, the more important the navy becomes, really. For now, it's
Yeah,
just,
especially if you can just have some cruiser, you have a really good radar coverage, and you can really like prevent all the drops that can happen. Also, like, I mean, if you are like, there is no TML, I don't know how to say it, like TML cruiser, so
yeah,
that's important. But when you have some UEF or Seraphim, you need to spam TMD everywhere, so it's really, really annoying to deal with some cruisers
yeah,
and you lost the navies.
yeah. At least there's no missiles, as you said here, for either Cybern or Aeon. But the destroyers can still hit a lot of mexes, and obviously cruisers for Cybern would be really nice once you win navy, and you can just make all these cruisers completely defend yourself from air from one side, and also do damage on the shore. It's pretty great for you if you can do that. But the mid bases should actually be pretty safe from T2 Navy in this battle. Looks like Thomas is pushing, and he even still has some reclaim in mid that he can grab. It's really mad. 12 minutes in, there's still mid reclaim. Have a drop from Maitz going to the right island with engineers. And Thomas still has not. He only just dropped his air mexes now. He hasn't grabbed those yet. That's kind of mad. It's very slow. I mean, if he had walked some guy there, he would have it a long time ago. Like, you know, it's kind of bad to be so slow on this expansion.
I'm also looking at the reclaim on their sides. ThomasHiatt have been doing a way better job at reclaiming all the trees in his back. In comparison to Maitz Noob, it's like 51k energy reclaim in comparison to 27k. So I think it's really, you really need to be focusing on it, like setting up some factory across your back and spamming some engineers there. And afterward, you will have a ton of build power, so you could be using all this build power to, I don't know, your tech 3 stage, for example, or something like this. So it's like getting a little bit more economy in the beginning, and later on you will have the build power to be able to spam all your economy that you gathered.
Yep, definitely agree. Because it is a it is a big problem on this map where you can just kind of spam a lot of T2 mexes at some stage. Once you've expanded fully, then suddenly you find yourself with a lot of mass and you're making some eco, and then you reach the point where you really need to transition into something. You need to make a lot of T2 air or T3 air or T3 land, and then build power is the problem. So making engineers to get the reclaim is good for getting the reclaim, and then also the later game tech switching and stuff helps a lot as well. And also being able to make stuff in different locations that are safer from whatever your opponent has. So you don't want to make loads of stuff at rock when if you're losing the navy there. Probably want to build in the air base a lot actually for more safety.
And what minute are you in? Because there is a big fight in the middle.
I'm at
14:30.
I'm at 15 minutes now. I just tried to speed up,
Okay.
catch up.
Okay.
Thomas started the gun, and Maitz is going for T3 land, and he has some hoplites and Medusa in mid, fighting the Aurora. It's a pretty good battle for the Cybern to have. And Thomas actually already has T3, and he's already has a Harbout. So I hope he's gonna drop that guy somewhere, because drops like loyalists or harbs are super strong on it settings. There's so much open ground to run across, and there's such fast units and take a long time to die to air. They can do so much damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's really pain in the ass to deal with this, especially like you have like 3 unit like spreads, and it's really annoying. You need to send your gunship to it and or drop some texture unit back. I mean, you can't deal with it easily, so we need to focus, and it's like taking your a lot of APM.
Yeah.
And tech to navy from Maitz, by the way.
So there is in the bottom ocean. He's making a destroyer. He has quite a lot of frigates here, and they should be able to just deny all of Thomas's navy in the South Ocean. But the North Ocean looks pretty good for Thomas. Although Maitz really should be getting a T2 support factory in the North Ocean. That would help him a lot. Thomas is actually going T2 Navy as well in the north. But yeah, he looks to have definitely lost the south. And that's going to be really dangerous in mid when there's destroyers. They're going to turn the battle, whatever way the land battle is going, it doesn't really matter once your opponent has destroyers killing your stuff in mid. Gunships from Thomas.
I've been annoying with some gunships, but he's really falling behind in terms of economy. It's like 50 mass differential now.
Oh,
and yeah, it's like Mace Noob is having 10k more score than his opponent right now, so he really needs to do something here to react, to do something really painful and to raid all the tech mixes from his opponent with the ARPs, or he won't be able to do anything. But he doesn't really want to drop them. He's attacking the middle. I think he's going for the all-in right now. That's the way to do it, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
The economy of Maze Noob is enough that can spam up a lot of Tech 1 PD and Tech 2 PD, so it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it is. He does have the shield, but he only has the first shield on his commander, not the second one. And I think it would be better actually just drop these harbs instead of trying to push with them. I mean, he could push with. He has all this T2 production back here. Wow, there's a lot of T2 production going to T3 there. I don't know if he can afford all that. But
maybe just kill the HQ and then pull back. I don't know.
yeah, if he could kill the HQ, that would be pretty nice. And well, there's all these Pigeons. Like all of Maitz's power is here as well, so he can't actually give up any ground. I think he has to defend this push. So it is going to be like just the all-in. I'm at 1830.
Yeah, I already finished it. I've speed it up a little bit more.
Alright. And Thomas already about to lose his shield. There's not many PDs though, or units. Oh, Maitz made a trebuchet. That seems like a mistake. He made another one. Oh no. Yeah, you don't want to use trebuchets to stop ACU hard pushes. That's I'm not sure why he actually made those. Anyway, there's no fire base or anything to kill. Now he's spamming up T2 PDs, trying to defend his ACU is just running away. And oh, he does have a destroyer. And there should be another destroyer coming to help defend as well. But he could lose all of his power and his HQ. And Maitz calls GG and control Ks. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's quite unexpected.
Yeah. He did not expect that to happen.
Yeah, I
And
think
neither
he
did
just
we.
underestimated the attack, but I mean, there is not that much actually. Like there is 2 arms, some Tech 1 artillery, and some blazes. So like with the
Yeah.
ACU, there is not that much. So the issue is that he didn't make the good unit to defend.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe the issue was that he went for Tech 3 air. He should have realized that the push was maybe coming when he saw Thomas getting the shield, and he should have just go for some, I don't know, Corsairs or something, just to put the pressure
Yeah.
on his opponent ACU. But I still feel like he called it way too early. He was losing his HQs and power, but he had so much build power across the map that he could have just spammed up some Tech 1 Pigeon. At least I would have tried to, with such an advantage in terms of economy, I would have tried to spam up a lot of power across the map and try to survive. And yeah, you never know. Like if with the destroyers, he could have like really killed a lot of units in the middle and made the push even weaker and weaker. And I'm quite surprised from finish, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think yeah, he did quit because all of his power was at the front, which is kind of I guess a mistake in itself. It's just to have all your T2P gens so far forward. And then he was gonna lose his HQ and all of his P gens, his T2P gens. And yeah, I think you're right about the T3 air. Just the timing was basically the worst timing. He's making T3 air just as Thomas makes his all-in push. So that's kind of unfortunate for him. And
I think the biggest mistake in here is like, well, there is a text here, but he should have realized that he wouldn't be able to stop and he would have lost some power. And at this point, he should have just like you see that you are going to lose the power. You have still your pigeon up. You need to realize it and to spam the take one pigeon everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's like when you see that you're getting tech to drop, like tech to transport with an tech to ACU in it, and the ACU still didn't kill your power, but you know that you are going to lose all your power on your main base on
Yeah.
another map, whatever Roanoke, for example, and you need to react and to know that you are going to lose the power, and you need to spam the power in other islands really fast till you still have this power available.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think he just missed on this, and maybe it was just like, yeah, he saw his base going off, and he was like just
Yeah.
just
Gave up.
disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he definitely could have got just spammed a lot of T1 pigeons around the place. And also, there's still some tree reclaim he could get, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah, but yeah, also then he had those 2 trebuchets that he built out of his T3 factory, which is just the total wrong unit to build. And if he just holds on a bit, then these T2 Destros can do a lot of defending, kill a lot of units and stuff, damage the ACU, force him to retreat maybe. So
I'm kind of curious, like, did this ACU was low life or something? Because he could have definitely just OC'd the Harbinger, no? Like, I mean, if he quit right now, he could at least have tried to defend as most as possible the his power. Like I don't really understand, because there is not that much build. I mean, there is not that much unit attacking.
yeah,
I mean, there is two lawyers on the front. That's really OCable, and then it's like the ACU and some Tech 1 and a little bit of Tech 2, but really it's not that much DPS, so it should be really easy to stop all this.
yeah,
I don't know.
he had full HP, but he had no upgrades at all. And I guess he was just running from this shield ACU. But he definitely could have gotten some overcharge on the harbs, and if he kills the harbs, then there's, as you say, there's not much else there. It's just a few blaze and some T1 stuff, and then the ACU. So yeah, he could have defended. There's a lot of different ways to, well, different things he could have done. If he had just, a few more PDs up, then he would be fine as well. He had like 2 PDs, 2 T2 PDs, but
Yeah,
they weren't on their shields, and they just
his
got
reaction
killed quickly.
was really, 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 like, it really did underestimate the attack. And
Yeah.
well, at least well played from ThomasHiatt for making us prove that we were wrong. And Maitz did a good echoing, so well done
Oh
for
yeah,
him on this part.
yeah. He was definitely far ahead of Thomas. Oh, look at Thomas's power, his T2 power at the top of his
That's
base.
horrible.
Oh God.
I can see
Please,
some
please don't
some
ever do this.
Janus Bomber. Hopefully
Oh my
Missing does
God.
not Cybran, but yeah, Janus Bomber in here.
You could kill 4 T2 pigeons like this with three Janus, I think would do it.
3-4, yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I think we'll end the video. That's enough dissecting
Yes.
of poor Maitz. He's gonna feel victimized now after all this. But yeah, well played, both players. Thanks Keezer for casting with me, and
Yeah, no problem.
see you next time, guys.